Okay, hi, welcome to another one of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles. So this time we're going to take a look at my 6th place locals insect ballpark deck. So this is like a proper insect deck rather than using V10 using this like some people are doing recently. Yeah, it's just kind of standard. We'll just get into it as usual. So we do have to run 6 vanillas in this. So the shiny black Sea Squatter, or the Kamen Rider Sea as I like to call him, and then 3 Insect Knight. So these ones are basically used in combination with 2 particular cards in the deck, Gokipole and Giant Ballpark, in order to just basically get them out easily and then do things with them. Unfortunately, this is the kind of ratio that you want, because you don't want to have any less, you don't want to have like just one insect kind of thing unless you run no resources with it, and you don't really want to run, you know, anything too much more than this, because otherwise you do end up clogging with it, and you do draw these, they end up kind of dead in certain situations, but, you know, it can depend, but we do have means of getting them as handy as possible, just depending on what cards we get. And 3 Gokipole, so this is one of the things you have. So whenever it's sent to the graveyard by anything, you get to basically add one of your insects from your deck to your hand, which is generally one of your vanillas. And then when you do add a vanilla, you get to special summon it and then pop a monster for free if its attack is equal or higher than the attack of the monster that you searched, which generally in most situations is like that, so you got that. 2 Resonance Insect, I'm going to possibly butt this down to 1, it's not as easy to use in most situations. I did pull this off a couple of times using the effect to search out one of the higher level insects, and generally, sorry, there's a bit of glare from the light above, but the main effect that you want to do is just to banish it in order to force barrier one of your Gokipoles to summon out one of your insects from the deck. Yeah, that's that, so that's it for the main low level insects. We do run the mini Kaiju package of 2 Kumongous and then 2 Gadarla, because these are insect Kaijus and they're just useful just, you know, dealing with problematic monsters on your opponent's board, which I was able to do quite a few times. And yeah, that's pretty much what they are used for, and obviously this is an Earth as well, so you can use it for certain link plays and things, which we'll get to in a moment. Mini Danger package, we run 3 Mothman because it's a level full insect and it's just useful for drawing through the deck. I have a Nessie as well spare, so I just added that in for extra draw power. 2, this one with a very long name, whose name I never bothered to pronounce, so this is just mainly here for like an easy means of a siding target. It can be useful in such situations, and I was able to pull it off once against my Lunalight player that I was going against, which is basically like, you summon it by equipping your insects with the same name from your graveyard to it, and then you send one of them to the graveyard in order to just Raigeki your opponent's board for every monster with an equal or higher attack than the monster that was sent by this effect, and that's that. So you got those, and it's also, like I said, the insect is an Earth, it's level 8, which can do for rank 8 plays. We don't have any rank 8s in this deck, but it's an option. 1 Doom Dozer, this is just a monster I never actually played in any of the duels, but it's just handy to have if I wanted to summon out something more easily. And then 1 Rescue Rabbit, I think I pulled this off once against a Dino player, but it didn't help out. Just summons out 2 of your vanilla insects from the deck for free. Lithosagym, this is basically if you're going first, and you can use this to basically try and snipe your opponent's extra deck if you can. And then 2 Ash Blossom for the monster lineup, because I had some spare room, so I could put those in pretty easily. And then that does it for the monsters. For spells, well, obviously the ballpark, you run 3 of these things. So during damage calc, whenever a player would take damage, you can make the damage 0, and then Foolish and Insect, and then basically that's when you profit the effect of either the Gokipole that you send or from the vanilla insect, because if you do the vanilla one, you get to summon out all of them from the hand, deck, and graveyard, which is essentially what you want to do, just swarm the field and then just try and go for game if possible. 3 Slumber, love 3 Slumber. Sometimes it can be quite clocky sometimes though, because you search out your Kaijus and other means. And then just 1 up from here. So Terraforming for your ballpark search, Fool's Burial to get Gokipole in the grave, Gold Sarcophagus, which you use for Resonance Insect in order to send the Gokipole for the effect, Card Destruction for draw power, and Upstart Goblin for more draw power. And then that's it for the spell lineup. And then we do run a couple of traps in this. We run 1 Metaverse, just getting the ballpark out on your opponent's turn, and then 2 Imperm, which help me out in so many situations, and I'm hoping that I'm pulling some more from the Dual Overload when those come out. I've actually pulled both these from the Dual Powers. No, not Dual Power. Actually, it was Dual Power when this got re-released, so when I got those from, and I'm very happy to have these, because they are handy. Then Sideboard, this is basically like Nibiru replacement. I mean, this does help out in certain situations, but Nibiru I think probably is better overall. But if it's too expensive for you, then obviously this is a fine budget alternative. 3 Droll and Lockbird, just solely for stopping heavy searching decks. Never did have to use this at all, but it's good to have it. 3 Twin Twisters, I had this against Altergeists, when I played against them, but it was handy just to have in general. And then 3 evenly matched just I was able to pull this off a couple of times and it was very handy. I only have there's many sleeves though. There's only 12 cards, but you know you could run anything. You can run other things like Dark Ruler no more. You know, things like that. Just good floodgates and things. And that's it for the side deck. Extra deck. So rank 4s we have Daigusto Emeral, which I would probably recommend signing out. It doesn't really have much of a need. Cowboy, just in case we want to make a game. Bagooshka for going first. Exciton for field wiping. Then Mini Utopia package. This is basically Utopia double, but this also works out just fine in a lot of situations. And then that's it for the XYZs. And then some links. So Link Spider, this is essentially what you have. You've got 2 of these. This is what you have if you have the 2 dead vanillas in hand. You just summon one, link it to this, summon the other one, and then just go from other link plays there. That's your link one that we have. Your main link monster that you want to go into, Pico Felina. So this is your Daigusto Emeral of the deck. You shuffle back 3 free insects from your graveyard back into the deck, and then you get to draw a card. There's another effect where you can discard a card and then equip an insect from your deck to another insect you control, but you know you really have to get that effect off. Azura the Earth Charmer, just handy thing as an extra link 2 with 2 arrows pointing down. And if your opponent has stuff in the graveyard which is Earth, you can use that and then it searches out when it gets destroyed. This is Radiant, kind of the same reason to have it, like with Azura. Also gives a little boost. One Nightmare Phoenix, okay, doesn't really matter too much. And then Brawl Sword if you can make a game, and then Avramax if we're kind of stuck about what to do. People unfortunately find ways over this so pretty easily, so it gets a bit annoying, but I just think it's worth having just to be sure. And yeah, that's everything for my insect deck profile. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall catch you next time for whatever it is I do next. So long and take care.